until lap 125 or so.
We talked about the bumping and banging. There's the 27 of Andrew Ranger continuing its trek towards the front, sitting in 11th position now, battling with the 21 of Jason White. But we talked about the bumping and banging earlier on this race. How important is it to keep both fenders on this car?
Well, even though this racetrack isn't aerodynamic, you can't get involved in any stuff. You can't go to pit road for any reason other than fuel and tires.
There's the home hardware Chevy Impala SS of Don Thompson Jr. as he works on the back of the Ream Dodge, the number 9 of Mark Dilley. Now we ride on board with Thompson.
Thompson, a master at the throttle control. You hear him nice and smooth. Thompson knows this race is way too early to get in there and start jamming around.
You know what? That's a really good view from out the front windshield of the 4 car, because you see that pit wall coming, the end of the front stretch pit wall. How ominous is that as you work your way through corner 4?
Well, the real truth is you're looking out the left bottom corner of that windshield. It's really just a marker you use to get off the corner. You got to just clip it and then get to the outside fence, and that gets the outside apex just right coming off of turn 4.
Well, Kerry Micks seems to be doing it just right as he continues to lead. He's got DJ Kennington close, though, in that Castro Dodge, and J.R. Fitzpatrick in the Schick Hydro Chevy. The number 84 Steckly is in 4th spot there, and how about young Stephen Matthews in the 15? Worked his way up inside the top 5.
Listen to the throttle control there. Steckly definitely faster than the 84 right now. He just got to find his way around.
Yeah, he seems to be able to pitch it a little bit lower coming off the corner than the 84 of J.R. Fitzpatrick. And there is DJ Kennington closing up to the back bumper, the 02 of Kerry Micks as they work lap traffic. Hugo Vanini in the 97. Our first look at him as he tucks to the inside.
That'll put everybody around the high side going into turn 1 and 2. It'll be a drag race. And there's how important the inside is. Kerry Micks was able to put a car length and a half on them guys getting off the corner.
And now the rest of the top 5 bunches.
Inside, still there. One more on the bottom. One more.
And the all-important spotter, that's Jason Sharp, telling J.R. Fitzpatrick where the cars are around him on a tight place like this. You need that voice in your head, don't you?
You need that safety valve here for sure. This place is so fast and so tight, you got to make sure you got that second set of eyes to keep you out of trouble.
The 00 Pierre Bourque, he'll get up in the outside lane and let the leaders go. The top 5 all through now. And it sounds like Pierre Bourque is having radio trouble, unable to communicate with his pit, so he may have to get that radio replaced.
Well, they probably will bring him to pit road. It's mandatory that you have communication between your spotter and the driver at all times.
And for good reason. I mean, on a place like this, you have to know where everybody is. You can't just run around on the outside and wait for that bump to come.
Absolutely not. Things are heating up between the 84 and the 22.
Scott Steckly giving us a great view of the undercarriage of the Schick Hydro Chevy, the number 84 of J.R. Fitzpatrick, and there he dives it in on corner number 3, but Fitzpatrick slams the door. There's Derek White, the OCR Gaspar, number 99, as he's tucked to the inside, letting the lead group go by. The 4 of Don Thompson Jr. currently in 8th position.
Oh, we're getting some rubber down in that outside groove. The outside will come in as we go along, because the other thing that happens here is the bottom slicks over. A little bit of oil, a little bit of rubber. And here's a car on pit road.
Yeah, it's the 00 Pierre Bourque, and not for those radio troubles, he'll find his pit, and looks like he's going to get a new radio. There it is going in the window. The NASCAR official there to make sure everything goes according to plan, but this will definitely put Pierre Bourque down a number of laps early on in this Lucas Oil National 250.
Inside, one more inside. Still there. Clear all around.
And Steckly finally gets around the 84 of J.R. Fitzpatrick, bringing along the 15 of young Stephen Matthews with him. Matthews did have a great first race of 2010 at Delaware Speedway. He didn't run the road course at Mosport, but back with us on the oval at St. Eustache.
Well, the most important thing there is J.R. Fitzpatrick, big picture racing. Too early to be holding somebody up. Wait till the pit stop, make an adjustment on the car, because he is their points leader and he wants to run as good as he can. No sense tearing the car up early.
Struggles continue for Hugo Vanini, the 0-2 of Kerry Micks, putting him yet another lap down, but continues to keep up a torrid pace in the Beyond Digital Imaging Ford Fusion. Look at the gap he's got back to second place, the 17 of DJ Kennington.
Well, he was able to get a couple car lengths through traffic there earlier. Now the car is on a mission. He's out in clean air, all except these lap cars, and he is marching.
Yeah, but now he has the problem of 2 lap cars battling side by side in front of him. As a leader, you've got to be frustrated looking out your front windscreen going, wait a second, guys, sort this out. I got to come through. Yeah,
he's got to pick the right groove for sure, and he can't run out of patience. There's no sense nerfing him out of the way at this point.
Dexter Stacy in the 55, Joey McComb in the watch it, number 50. As they do sort it out, McComb gets by Dexter Stacy, and he'll claim the position as the 0-2 goes around. Here's the 84 of Jager Fitzpatrick, back by the 15 of Stephen Matthews. Matthews still continuing to hunt for a full-time sponsor. The 3-car, Jason Hathaway, and a hard hit down the front chute for the 11 of John Gaunt that completely demolished front end of that Triad Racing Technologies 11.
Pointed to the outside. I gave him the outside. He drilled me.
Wow, that's John Gaunt saying that the 0-2 drilled him coming off of turn 4. When he pointed to the outside, he was going a lap down.
Let's have another look at it, and we'll decide. It's a hard hit, we know that for sure, but
Johnny was out in the main groove, maybe just a tad too far to allow the 0-2 to go around the outside. Here it is again, right here. He's pointing, and bad deal.
So
bad deal.
He was pointing, but the 0-2 was already there.
The 11 car was pushing up off the corner, left the bottom open, and Kerry had to go to the bottom, and then the 11 came down across. Bad deal.
But it is pit stop time. A number of cars taking this opportunity to come down pit lane. You saw the 84 of J.R. Fitzpatrick. He's in. So is the 15 of Stephen Matthews. The 21 of Jason White also down pit road. But the 0-2 of Kerry Micks continues to lead. Welcome back to St. Eustache in round number 3 of the 2010 NASCAR Canadian Tire Series presented by Mobil 1. Sean Gibbs waves the green flag for the second restart of the day here on lap 74. The Dickies BDI Ford of Kerry Micks leads, but NASCAR has announced they will penalize him for that incident with John Gaunt.
We'll probably display the black flag down the front. Whoa, the 3-car overcooks turn 3.
Boy, did he ever, locking up both front tires and pushing the 15 of Stephen Matthews to the outside group. And there is the black flag shown for the 0-2 of Kerry Micks.
Kerry Micks will pit this time by. Watch this. He'll get down the bottom, get everybody out of everybody's way, and get down to pit road.
But he's going to hold up the field while doing that. The 22 of Scott Steckly will inherit the lead, and this has to be frustrating as the 0-2 of Kerry Micks coasts down pit lane, or what seems like coasting down pit lane, watching the field go by.
Well, deja vu. Go back to the first race of the year. Kerry Micks got into the back of the 84, spun him around, and made an early pit stop penalty, the same as here. Let's see how Kerry overcomes this today.
Yeah, that first race at Delaware, he did manage to come back and finish very strong in that race. He has been one of, if not the fastest car here at St. Eustache today, so likely he'll be able to come back with another strong finish. But looks like hood pin's broken on the 27 of Andrew Ranger. Todd's got more.
Guys, here's the update on the 27 car of Andrew Ranger. NASCAR officials aren't going to black flag him yet. They are watching him very closely, and they're going to see if that hood gets any worse. They want to work with the team. If they don't have to black flag him, they won't. But if it becomes a dangerous situation, that black flag is coming out.
Well, guys, what we have is these new lightweight hoods. Now, the good news is this. These hoods all have tethers on them, so that really, unless the tether gets broken, it can't get that far away. But really, the flopping is an unsafe thing. It takes his attention away from what he's doing with the race car. And sooner or later, it will drive him insane, or it will come off.
And something like that is just caused by tight racing here, as you see Ron Beauchamp Jr. up and touching the wall off the corner number 2. Pete Shepard in the 7 got by, but just, a process of bumping and banging here at St. Eustache.
Well, Ron Beauchamp Jr., just a great veteran, but he always has real good horsepower, and he's just a hair too loose in the middle of the corner. The 7 gets up underneath him, and then on the power, and gets up into the fence.
Yeah, he touched the wall, but able to keep going. No caution as the Mopar Dodge number 60 of Ron Beauchamp Jr. keeps going. And there we look back to a battle for 5th position between the 4 of Don Thompson Jr. and the 9 of Mark Dilley.
Pete Shepard Jr. going to follow him through as well.
So Pete Shepard Jr. in the National Exhaust number 7 continues to improve his position. The Home Hardware Chevy